Hey, it's Matt with McGee Farms, and I've got the Kawasaki Bayou 300 here. My brother-in-law picked this up recently, and one of the things when we got it is all the mud flaps had been taken off of it. It had a really crappy paint job put on it, and so kind of trying to clean it up. I mean, it runs good, so that's a simple thing to fix. And I started with a little bit of, I don't know what you call it, a mud flap or part of the fenders. Right here I did a video on where I kind of just fabricated out of some plastic stuff we had around. I may try to redo this. I mean, it didn't come out too bad, but there's I got another material I may try, see if it works out better. But also the front and the side, the fenders, you know, water and mud goes everywhere. So I got working yesterday, and I got the first one. You see I got all my tools still out here while I was working on it. But I've got one in here. Don't think that looks too bad. That is HDPE plastic. And this was just some leftover stuff that I had. I've used these to make cabs for our side-by-sides, and I got a couple videos on those that I'll link up at the end of the video. But this stuff, it's not overly expensive. You can make cabs for it pretty cheap. You can probably get some smaller pieces of it, which I'm probably going to be looking into for the front. But for the back, this stuff worked perfect for mud flaps on there. So I'm going to take you through. I'm going to do the other side and kind of show you how I did it. I'm going to probably just take this one off and trace it. But I'll show you the whole process, how I did the first one. So let me get this one off and let's get started. All right, so I've got a hunk here, and that was just extra scrap left over. And what I did, originally doing it, see if I can do it and hold the camera at the same time. I'm not going to be able to do the tracing, but like I said, I'm going to trace off the other one, just kind of flip it over. But I took this, I just kind of put it in like this, and I traced around where the fender itself was, and then I came out about 2 inches, 2.5 inches to allow for it to go in and to kind of hook into where I'm going to bolt it at. And just traced around it. I've got a little marker out here. So I'm going to pull the other one off and trace it up and start cutting it. And I'll show you how I cut this stuff. I've got the one I already cut on top to trace it. And one thing I'm doing, this stuff has kind of a matte side and a shiny side, and I'm wanting to go with the matte side, which is what I had on the other one. So I actually have it flipped around since it's going on the other side, and this should hopefully give me the line up exactly how I want it. So I'm going to take my marker, I'm going to trace all around this, and then I'm going to get some tools out and start cutting. All right, so the first cuts, the main cuts, I'm going to make with Sawzall. And I've got a pretty dull blade on here, but it cut the last one all right. It just took a little elbow grease into it. I'm going to basically do the main ones and then kind of the curves and the really fine, you know, the curves and stuff on there. I'm probably going to come back, and I did those with a angle grinder as well. So I'm going to start cutting on this, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done, and then grab the angle grinder. Okay, so the original with the Sawzall cuts, this is the other side, and if I walk over here, change hands with this, have a little bit of the fitment in there. Like I said, I got a little more trimming to do, but it fits in there. Looks a little, with the square edges, looks a little rough, but we're about to trim that up. And that's where I get, like I said, the angle grinder, and I can kind of clean this up, get a little, looking just a little bit nicer. I mean, it's not going to be perfect because everything's cut freehand, but You know, it's cheaper and don't look too bad for free compared to what these things cost if you got to buy replacements. So I'm gonna get the angle grinder out and trim the rest of these. So I got it all trimmed up. With this stuff, you get a little of stuff kind of hanging off the side. An easy way to get rid of that is if you got a pocket knife and you hit it at the right angle, it comes off. Well, I can't hold the camera and do it at the same time. Let's see. Usually, if you got a pocket knife, you can just slide down and this stuff comes off pretty easy and gives you a clean edge. The other thing too, so you notice from my hands and my jacket and my angle grinders, when you use the angle grinder on this stuff, the little dust goes everywhere. So safety glasses, or else you're going to get this stuff in your eyes. Also, you know, a respiratory mask, because this stuff does get, you do breathe it in, and it's kind of a pain in the rear. And don't have clean clothes where you, like, I'm heading to work here in a little bit. This is actually the clothes I wore yesterday. I haven't hopped in the shower yet because I knew I was going to get dirty, and this way I can get myself all clean before I go to work. So just some tips with working with this stuff. So I've got these. Next step's going to be come over, fit them on. Come over there. Let's match it up. And looks like it's going to go in pretty good. I'm going to take my drill that I've got out and I'm going to drill holes through here. And then I just have some bolts I picked up at, you get these at Harbor Freight, at Walmart, about any hardware store, Amazon. But just a bolt kit. It's got your washers, your nuts, everything. And you can just use these to fasten them on, which is what I'm about to do. I'm going to go put the other one on, and then I'm going to start drilling this one. Okay, I've got the first two on this side in, and I've got them fairly tight, so now it's the easy part for drilling. Just come straight here. Drill the hole. Grab a bolt and tighten it up, and then I'm going to do the same with this side, or with the last one. All right, so I've got it out of the barn so you can see it a little bit better, and I'll kind of walk around the finished product. Really doesn't look too bad. I mean, it would have been nicer had I been able to go down here, but this stuff is super thick, and this is not very flexible, so I originally was going to hit it with the heat gun and warm it up and bend it, but this stuff's so thick it's just too time consuming. For this tiny bit here, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. Now for the front, I'm going to see if I can get some thinner. I think they make some that's a whole lot thinner, that's a little more flexible, and for that I'm gonna grab that to try to do the front, and probably come back and redo what I had done on the other side here. Now this was from an IBC tote, some plastic that was left over on it. And then there'll be a little cleanup. Like I said, that stuff there comes off pretty easy. Just takes a little fine tuning. But other than that, looks pretty good to me. Cost me absolutely nothing, so definitely the best price for this. So keep watching, and I will be here in a couple of weeks doing the front, and probably trying some other material on this, seeing if it might work a little better as well. But for the back fenders, that's it. It's Matt with McGee Farms. If you enjoy the videos, please consider giving us a thumbs up. It is very much appreciated. It helps the algorithm on YouTube, so it pushes this video out to more people that are trying to figure out how to fix their four-wheelers, or subscribe to the channel. We put ATV, UTV, Jeep, and other farm and homesteading stuff out there as often as we possibly can. And it's always appreciated. Till next time, have a great day.